Hello again, YouTube. It's Marissa Zimmerman from LulaRoe Marissa Zimmerman. It's Friday. I just wanted to give a quick update for you guys and talk about a few things real quick. One of them being is all the hate that I receive from LulaRoe. Now, with any company, admittedly, you're going to get people who are unsatisfied, unhappy with the product, and that's understandable. As a consumer, you have every right to be upset when something goes wrong, and that is fine. Each consultant is different. We all handle ways differently. And ultimately, I hope that all of our goals is to help you as a customer get the clothes you love. If something is wrong, to fix it. Unfortunately, not everybody's like that, and I am sorry. But understand that, any line of clothing, any line will have problems. And that's something that we as the retailers can't help. We're not the ones making the clothes. We don't ship it. We're not in charge of quality management. From the time an item is made to the time it's reviewed and stretched and tested and being shipped, I believe there's 50 something hands that have touched it. But as a retailer, my goal is customer service. I already run a photography business. So if I was a crappy business person, I wouldn't be able to make money. So yeah, that's that. Second thing I want to talk about is why people hate LulaRoe. Now, there are a lot of videos on here why people hate LulaRoe, why it's a pyramid scheme, why blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. It's a business. Plain and simple is a business. You think of yourself or each retailer as a boutique, as a store, except we don't have a brick and mortar storefront, or we just have a website, or we just use, Facebook Live. But we buy clothes at wholesale and we sell them. That is how every single store does it. JCPenney's, Macy's, Nordstrom, everything. There's no secret tricks. There's no secret businesses or prizes that you get. There's no shiny pink car at the end of the road. You can sign up for LulaRoe and do it completely by yourself. You'll have a person that is your sponsor that is basically responsible for training you, and that's it. You don't have to bring anybody else on your team. You don't have to expand your network. You could just sell the way you want to sell, and that is it. You don't get money from bringing on new people. You don't get their sales. Your money, what you get from LulaRoe, is from how much you put work into it. The only thing that LulaRoe takes out is credit processing fees. And that's the same as using PayPal and Square and Stripe or any sort of other credit card or online merchanting system. There's no scheme. There's no way to just, oh, we're gonna take all your money and run. People think it's a scheme because of the sign-up cost. All right, the sign-up cost is $5,000, but that is for your inventory. $5,000 is the clothing that you're receiving. It's not for a kit. It's not for a membership packet with cards and stuff. You are buying actual inventory. You're getting clothes, and you are selling those clothes. Now, as a photographer, that is my main business. I will easily drop $5,000 on one camera. And as a professional photographer, I have 3 because I need my regular camera, a second, depending on different lenses, and a backup. Some photographers have more. So when I went into this, it was, oh, that's to start a new business, especially with clothes. That's easy. I don't have to worry about a brick and mortar. I don't have to worry about overhead. I could do this out of my house. I'm home a lot more. With photography, it took a toll on my body physically, and especially in my back. I'm here, I'm home, I'm having a good time, and I love the clothes. I've worked at Lane Bryant, I've worked at Macy's, I've worked at the Avenue, I've worked at Catherine's, and guess what? Clothes are not a fad. Clothes are here to stay. And one of the good things about LulaRoe is that it's all sizes. They have kids clothes, they have teen, but it's 0 to 24. And the best thing is not they take a size 2 and just go like this. They don't expand it for plus size. It is magic. They take different shapes of different models. So a dress on my 2022 self will look different on a size 8. but the price is still the same. Like, there are a lot of stores who, if they sell straight clothes and plus size, there's a price difference. And that's not fair, and that makes no sense. I've been fat my whole life, and I firmly believe that there is no explanation that needs to be given onto why I'm fat, my physical activity, blah, blah, blah. But I've been fat, and it's been hard, especially as a kid and a teenager, to find clothing that did not look like I was a 35-year-old woman working like in a business office when I was in 6th grade. I remember at my 6th grade graduation, the dress that I wore was from JCPenney's from the women's department. I was about 5'8" at the time, probably a size 12, and I looked like the assistant principal. Like, I looked like a grown woman, and I just didn't like it. And thankfully, shops like Torrid started coming out, then you had Lane Bryant, and then you have the Avenue. But the thing with like a lot of those shops, they cater either to older women, business casual, and the styles are the same. And while I used to love Lane Bryant and loved it all, like, it didn't give me much variety. And that's honest. I'm being honest with you. One of the awesome things about LulaRoe is not only does it give you variety in the styles of the clothes, like we have the Nicole dress, which I'm wearing now, and I love it. It's my favorite dress because it has a perfect circle skirt at the bottom. The designs are amazing. The Amelia dress is similar, but it has pleats in it with pockets and a zipper. The Sarah sweater, I have like 30 of these. I love them. But what makes it just one of the best companies, and part of the reason why I got hooked buying and then selling, is because of the limited number of patterns that are printed, which means that whoever is a consultant, they have something different. Everybody has something different. And it's a good thing. Like, that's what keeps the business fresh and keeps it moving, because these designs come out and they're not just in every store nationwide. Like, some consultants have it, some consultants don't. Some consultants can carry whatever items they want. Some consultants don't carry all the items. And so it's just an amazing company to be a part of, where I've already loved fashion, and especially as a plus size woman, not having as many options, or when I do have the options, is more expensive. But this is fun clothing that I could wear on a daily basis, which I do. Like, I've worn LulaRoe every day since September. I've worn it when I photographed weddings, when I photographed babies, on date night, nights out with my sisters, hanging around the house. It's just amazing clothing. And again, like, the patterns, and it's just so unique and so different and so comfortable. Like, it's not binding, and it's not just leggings. It's not just leggings. There's dresses, there's skirts, there's sweaters, there's like sleeveless vests, there's kimono tops, there's t-shirts. There's a lot of clothing. And it just kind of makes me upset when people are like, well, I hate LulaRoe because I had one shirt that didn't fit. Okay, exchange it, return it, try to work something out. Like, every shop, you're going to have a problem. And then there's another problem when people are like, well, LulaRoe is expensive. Okay, there's a price, there's a budget for everybody, admittedly. I can't buy a Coach bag. There's a Coach bag I wanted when I was younger that was $300. It was that big. It was like 6 inches. It was that big. I wanted that bag with all my heart, but I didn't buy it. LulaRoe has affordable clothing. Some of the tops start at $35. We have the Cassie, which is a pencil skirt. That is cheaper than that. Sarah's are $70. I got an item similar to a Sarah from Lane Bryant that's like a duster, but then it had pockets. And it was just a solid color because that's all they had at the store. And that was $90. So yeah, everybody has a budget, and that's fine. But I'm going to tell you this, like, as a fat woman, and I'm not ashamed to say a fat woman, as a fat woman, I am used to paying more for clothing. Like, clothes have always been more expensive because a lot of people feel that if you're fat, you have to pay more. But the thing with LulaRoe is that all the clothing, no matter if you're a size 0 or a size 22, it's the same price. And the quality is amazing. I have not had a problem yet. And it's like, the clothing works for everybody. Like, if you're small, if you're short, if you're skinny, if you're larger up top, if you're flat-chested, if you have hips for days, there is something out there for you that will flatter you and make you look beautiful. And that's just all I had to say today. So I hope you have a good Friday. Happy shopping. Bye.